Hey everybody, it's Eric with Low VA Rates. Happy Red Friday. What an amazing weekend. We got Memorial Day weekend coming up. I put some brisket, like a 15-pound brisket after trimming, and two 7.5-pound pork butts on my Traeger grill. I got the Timberline if you're a grilling guy or girl. And I'm going to have a big family function tomorrow with lots of food, if the weather will cooperate. Out here in Utah, man, I feel like it's Seattle or Portland, Oregon. This is normally a dry desert where we are. Lots of rain this year. But happy Memorial Day weekend to all of our fans, followers, friends, specifically those who are serving, those who have sacrificed and served, and obviously, somberly, those that have passed on through their military service and sacrifice. We remind our employees here at Low VA Rates, have fun on Memorial Day, barbecue, swim, do what you do, live those traditions. But please make sure you remember, come Monday morning and all throughout the weekend, why we really celebrate Memorial Day. And it's those men and women of the armed forces. So thank you. Today we're going to talk about how you qualify for a VA loan. And as always, I remind you, a lot of what I talk about can be applied to FHA and conventional loans also. But specifically, how you qualify for a VA loan when you are using your retirement income. Or maybe you're not fully retired, but you have fixed income. You're on fixed income. So we kind of use these congruently. Let's talk about it today. It's pretty simple. But number one, and I guess I'm not going to go in any order. What's so great about these videos, and I think it's why our fans like them, I just talked to you like if you were sitting here in the room with me. I don't have a script. I don't prepare anything. So one of the first things I want you to realize, you're going to need to get an awards letter. Most of you probably have it, all right? But you're going to need to get an awards letter, because that awards letter, generally speaking, is sufficient to show the underwriter, the person determining whether or not you qualify for the mortgage, how much you make every single month. Sure, you might show bank deposits, okay? There might be some printouts from different government agencies or whoever you're getting your retirement or fixed income from, but that awards letter is key, okay? If you're not getting income from like some sort of fixed income like disability, but let's say you're using your pension, okay? Pension or retirement account. Then, of course, make sure you have prepared ready a couple of statements from your retirement account if you're using income that's coming out of there. Couple of things to remember. You know, when it's time to retire, a lot of times people start getting all stressed out and they say, man, I'm retired. We need to downsize. Our income's going down. That's not the case for everybody, but generally speaking in retirement, for most of us, our income drops. That we don't want to add additional stress to those borrowers of ours that are retiring and need to downsize. Downsizing sometimes is a good thing, because on this fixed income or retirement income, you are still able to afford a home. It just may need to be a little bit of a smaller house. A couple of things to keep in mind when you're getting a mortgage on retirement or fixed income. I'm just going to use simple math here because I'm a simple guy. Let's say you make $1,000 a month on retirement pay. If it's non-taxed retirement pay like disability, generally speaking Social Security, if it's non-taxable, okay, non-taxable, then you'll actually be able to use, when you're qualifying on a VA loan, you'll be able to use more than $1,000. To play it safe, let's just say you can go 15% higher. There are some situations where you may be able to go up to 20%, but that means you actually qualify as if though you made $1,150 a month. That's called grossing up your non-taxable income. It's something that you need to do, or make sure if you're using a lender that's not familiar with this, you can test them. How much do you gross up my non-taxable income by? Here at Low VA Rates, it's at a minimum 15%. Just trying to see if there's anything else I have forgotten about qualifying for a loan using retirement income. Number one, I think the biggest thing to realize is you can, and you shouldn't be worried about it. We have so many veterans that call and say, well, I'm no longer employed. Now, here's one before we finish up. Let's say you're not quite retired. You want to qualify for a new home, the one that you're going to downsize into, and in your normal career, let's just say you were making $5,000 a month. That's while you were actively employed. You're going to be retired 4 months from now, and your income's going to drop to $3,000. Okay, we're not going to take an average. We're going to use the lower of the two incomes. Even if at retirement you were going to go to $8,000, we're going to use the lower of the two when we're using retirement income. Now, this almost never happens where your income's going to increase at retirement, at least not initially. Keep in mind, not every case is the same. So we're like, if we're dealing with a W-2 wage earner, we can say we need 2 years tax returns, we need 2 months worth of pay stubs. Other than this awards letter and these retirement accounts that I'm talking to you about, be prepared to perhaps not have a black and white checklist. We might need, if you're retiring from the military, you might need a letter from your most recent commanding officer. It just kind of depends. But any questions? Do we have any questions for retirement income? Listen, we want to do loans for every single veteran out there. I am going to take a segue real quick just for those that are watching live. Interest rates are amazing right now. There's a lot of political uncertainty with this whole trade deal and tariffs in China. I saw on CNBC News yesterday the headline when I went there. That's where I get a lot of my financial news. Huge, bold title, mortgage rates dive due to, Chinese tariffs or Chinese uncertainty. If you've been thinking about refinancing or buying, please call us, chat with us online, reach out to us, comment on this video. We will get in touch with you. Interest rates are at a 17-month low. Okay, so if you've bought a home or refinanced anywhere in the last year and a half, there's a really good possibility that you can improve your situation by taking advantage of interest rates today. This is Eric with Low VA Rates. Please wear red every Friday and tune in next week at the same time.